YouTube Nation! We are back. Happy Sunday. Just kidding. Happy Monday. Today's video, I just want to sit down, eat my dinner. I've got some ramen here. Oh, God. And I got this little game for this bachelorette party that I'm going to. It's basically just cards, asking questions, just a bunch of random stuff. And I just thought it would be fun to sit here, answer some of these cards while I eat my dinner, just so you guys can get to know me a little bit better. And some of the questions are a little bit spicy because it is a bachelorette game. So, hey dad, get lost. Also, Aunt Carol. Love you, queen, but this is not the video for you, Aunt Carol. Mom, if you're I feel like my mom knows what's up. I feel like nothing would shock Barb at this point, so I know that even if I told Barb to scram, she wouldn't. So there's not really a point in that. So this might get a little crazy, and I'm excited, and I'm hungry. Oh. So if you guys want to eat dinner with me, join me. Let's have a little date. Or if you're doing anything else, then you can just watch me. I don't really care. And before we get started into the video, we do have a sponsor, so take it away, Sarah. All right, y'all. Today's sponsor is DoorDash. Isn't it so wonderful that we live in a world where you can get anything that you need whenever you need it straight to your door? DoorDash is your door to more. And if you want it, you can get it with DoorDash. And DoorDash isn't just a door to flowers, groceries, or fresh produce. It's your door to better relationships, time back with loved ones, never missing a minute of the game, or trying the best slices in your area. A few weeks ago, I randomly threw my back out and I was in so much pain. I could barely move my neck or my back. And I reached for my medicine cabinet to get some pain reliever and I had nothing. I didn't have anything. And I was like, there's no way I can get into a car and drive a vehicle right now. I can't even move my neck to check my blind spot. It was impossible. And then I was like, oh wait, I can just go on DoorDash and order some pain reliever. And that's what I did. And then I also ordered some chips and guac. I truly got the best of both worlds in that moment. It was just so convenient and I didn't have to move much. So make sure you scroll down, go to the description and click the link so you can download the DoorDash app. And make sure you use my discount code Sarah50 and get 50% off up to $10 on your first order of $15 or more. And this is a limited time offer, so get to it. I got you. And DoorDash is your door to more. Thank you so much, DoorDash, for sponsoring today's video, and let's get into it. And y'all, I will say, I ordered this shit with DoorDash from my favorite restaurant around here, and I'm very happy about it. Okay, let's get into it. So I'm gonna start off with this purple pile. It's the if you've ever ... I'm scared. Aunt Carol, I'm giving you your final warning. And Dad, bye. Oh God, okay. Oh, we're starting off strong. I don't know if I can say this word on YouTube. Have you ever done cocaine off of somebody's body? You know, I really don't think I have. I don't like it. I've only done it a few times, and so I don't think that I've ever done it off of someone's body. Have you ever taken the morning after pill? Well, yes. Yeah, I would be a fool if I didn't. I'm not trying to get pregnant. But you know, there's some of those nights where, you know, you just forget, you're lost in the moment. And then you wake up the next morning and you're like, oh fuck. We love a plan B. We love a plan B. Have you ever gotten a spray tan? Hello, yes. I'm white. I'm actually gonna get one right after I'm done filming this because we're throwing a house party tomorrow. So that'll be interesting. Maybe I'll talk about that next week, how the house party went. We're getting a DJ and shit. It's gonna pop off. I'm actually really excited. Have you ever had sex with 2 or more people at once? Well, yes. Yeah. Multiple times. I think when I got out of my first relationship, because I lost my virginity to him, so he was all I ever knew. Once I got out of that relationship, you know, I just kind of went crazy. I think a lot of my religious trauma just fled off me, and I was like, I can do whatever the fuck I want. And so yeah, I had a little phase there for a few years. Have you ever slapped someone across the face? No, but I want to so bad. I want to so bad. I don't think I would never. I just don't have it in me. I just don't care that much. I never get heated to the point where I want to fucking you know? But oh my God, I've definitely fantasized about that a few times. I just want to know how it feels. I just want to know how it like, it's probably so satisfying. Probably never will. Unless I join like the slap competitions where people professionally slap each other. I do watch that regularly, and I've been to a few of those competitions, and they're crazy. My thing is I don't want anyone to slap me. I just want to be the one slapping. I dream about getting into a physical fight with somebody. Like, I know I could beat a bitch up. I know I have it in me. I'm pretty strong. Like, I know I could just like, but I've never done it, and I probably never will, which is so unfortunate. I remember me and my sister were both getting bullied so hard. I think I was like in 4th grade, my sister was in 7th grade. We were getting bullied so hard that my parents bought us one of those like blow up, they were called tie bows. I don't know if you guys remember. It was like a blow up punching thing and kicking thing. Me and my sister would go on the computer and print out pictures of our bullies. And then after school, me and my sister would just like go into our pool house, slap a picture of our bully and just like get it all out. So we would get it out of our system, then we would go back to school the next day. And in our minds, we were like, oh, we just beat this bitch up last night. So nothing that they say could really affect us. That was a very healthy coping mechanism. Have you ever fantasized about a teacher? Yeah. Oh my God, yeah. When I was a junior in high school, me and my best friend Katie took a forensics class, and it was really fun. But our teacher was so hot. He was like young, and he looked exactly like Tosh Point oh. Do you guys know who that is? And he was so funny too. I don't know if Tosh Point oh is problematic now. I don't even know what he's about anymore. But like back then, Tosh Point oh, God, he was so funny. And he really liked me and Katie because that class was after lunch, and me and Katie would always just go smoke weed at lunch. So we would just get so high and then go into forensics, and we would always be like a few minutes late, and we reeked of weed. Like the door would open, me and Katie would walk in late. It was just like a literally everybody in the class would always just be like, oh my God, these fucking stoners. We always sat in the very back, so we would like walk to our seats in the very back with our heads down because we were paranoid, and our eyes were really red. And then my teacher would just look at us and be like, ladies? And then we'd be like, hi. And he would just be like, nice for you ladies to join us. And then he would always just like look at us. Like he knew, but it was so hot. It was so hot. Me and Katie were like, what? He made us so fucking nervous. So yes, I've fantasized about him many times. He was truly the only reason why I went back to school after lunch, because I was just excited for forensics class. Ooh. Have you ever deleted a selfie because it didn't get enough likes? No, I don't even have my like count turned on Instagram. I don't even post on Instagram. I don't think I've posted on Instagram for like a year and a half. I need to really get back on there. I just like I don't know. Maybe I do need to post more. I just don't think about it. I don't really care to. Whenever I'm out and doing things, I'm not looking for people to like take pictures of me so I can post on Instagram. I'm just like so plugged into what's happening. I do want to get better at that more. Because yeah, maybe I should post an Instagram picture after a year and a half. Hello? So if you see a random picture of me, post it on Instagram. Just know I'm thinking about it because of this question reminded me. Like, oh wait, yeah, maybe I should do that. Like, oh my God, I don't care, but I want to care more. I want to care more. Have you ever crowd surfed? Yeah. A few times. Actually, yeah, only 2 times. The first time, it was, oh my God, it was so fucking long ago. It was probably like 2017. Tana Mojo was going on tour. She had a tour stop in Portland, Oregon, and she invited me to be like the special guest for her tour. I was like, yeah, absolutely. So I went. I've never been on a stage before. I've never like been in front of a crowd like that. And so I was really nervous before. One of her friends had anxiety medication. I don't know if it was like a Xanax or I don't even remember what it was, but I was like freaking out backstage. I was like, oh my God, like I'm so nervous. And then he was like, do you want half of this? Like it'll just, you know, calm you down. And I was like, yeah, actually. I was young, okay? I was like 19. And so I took a half of it, and then I was like, wait, I didn't feel like out of it or anything. I was just like, wait, actually I'm excited, let's rock. I'm not condoning this, by the way. It just really actually helped me. I think I was also really anxious before going on stage because Tana didn't have anything planned for us to do. We had no idea what we were gonna talk about. So I was just like trying to come up with like literally anything to say on stage. And she was like, Sarah, let's just tell that one story about when me and you like blah, blah, blah. But then once I took that little thing, I was just like, okay, yeah, good idea. Okay, fuck it. Like I had no anxiety. I just remember going out on stage with Tana and I was just like, hey. We told this story and then the crowd loved it and music was playing and I was like, this is gonna be crazy, but can I crowd surf? And everyone was like, yeah! And then I started crowd surfing. And that was my first time ever performing on a stage in front of a crowd. And I think that that was just a dream of mine to just do that. And I was like, if this is my only opportunity to be on stage in front of a bunch of people, like, I'm gonna make it happen. I'm going to make it happen. And oh my God, it was electrifying. Like everybody held me up. I was like in the middle of the crowd and then they brought me back to the stage. Like they were so kind, like they were so courteous. They brought me right back to the stage so I could like get up there. It was so fun. And everyone backstage was like, Sarah, you would fucking crowd surf at a YouTube show. Like, what the fuck? I'm like, hey, I had to take that opportunity. And then the second time, it was when I was visiting my sister. She lives in this random town in Washington, and literally like the only club in her town was this Chinese restaurant that turned into a club at night. Like the Chinese restaurant would close around like 9 p.m. and then there was like this entire back room and it was like a club. It was like a karaoke bar, but it was lit because there was like a stage and shit. So me and my sister and her friends like got up on stage. We were singing something and then I just crowd surfed. And my God, it was electric. Like I love crowd surfing. It is so fun. But this time it was in a random Chinese restaurant. Now when I think about it, that's kind of crazy. Have you ever had sex with someone before learning their last name? Yeah, girl. A few times I didn't even know their first name. Sometimes that part doesn't matter in the moment. There was this one guy, I kept forgetting his name all night. And then we went to have sex and then he clocked me. He literally clocked me. We were laying in bed after and he looked at me and he was like, what's my name? And I was like, what? Stop. And he was like, no, like, what's my name? You forgot my name, didn't you? And I was like, no, he was like, wow. And I was like, okay, it's not like you remember my name. And he was like, Sarah. Your name is Sarah. We were hanging out all night. And I was like, oh, right. Yeah. I was like, it's either Chris or Dante. He was like, Corey. Yeah, I knew that. Corey, that was my third guess. I was like right on the line. I said Chris. Kind of sounds like Corey. So yeah, we did not really talk after that. So yeah, you know what? It happens. Love you, Corey. Have you ever been high and drunk at the same time? Back when I used to smoke weed, I would do that sometimes, but it would always make me nauseous. I remember when I was a senior in high school, I went to this really popular girl's birthday party. Her name was Carly. And she had this older brother who was hot. He was so fucking hot. And he had all of his guy friends over too. And they had like a little pool house in their backyard. And so all of him and his friends were in the pool house, just like smoking, like taking bong rips and shit. But in my head, I was like, oh my God, Carly's older hot brother is taking bong rips in the pool house with his hot friends. I can hang. I'm a stoner too. Oh my God. I was being such a pick-me in that moment. But I went into the pool house and I like sat on the beanbag and I was like, can you pass that? And it was one of those big ass bongs too. It was ginormous. And they all looked at me and they were like, are you sure? And I was like, yeah, pass it. And they were playing like Bob Marley in the background, just like reggae shit. And I felt so cool because I was the only girl in the pool house smoking weed. And I was like, yeah, pass it. I know what the fuck I'm doing. And I was borderline blackout drunk at this point. And I just remember like I took one hit of it, obviously start coughing because it was the biggest bong I've ever smoked out of. And then all of her brother's friends were just kind of like, giggling, being like, oh no, you got it, it's okay, just like cough it out, just cough it out. And I was coughing for like 2 minutes straight. My face turned purple because I couldn't breathe. And I just hear Bob Marley in the background. When I was done coughing, I like leaned back in the beanbag chair and I'm looking at Carly's brother and all of his friends. And I'm like looking at them, everything was just doubling, and then everything started spinning and I was getting so nauseous and everything was just kind of going like this. And then I was like, oh God. And I just remember like in slow motion, Carly's brother was like, Sarah, do you need some water? But his face was all like wavy like this and I was like, oh God, oh God. I get up, open up the pool house door, and I am puking all the way from the pool house to inside of Carly's house. Like I left a trail. I felt so bad. I left a trail and then I was puking for like 2 hours straight. I was just in the toilet and my friend Natalie had to like hold my hair back and she was like shoving bread down my throat. It was so embarrassing. Like that's never happened to me. I've never thrown up at a party like that before. And I was chilling before I wanted to be a pick-me-ass bitch and take a bong rip with Carly's brother's friends. Like, and I only knew Carly's brother, but barely. And I just wanted to seem cool, and that really backfired. And I guess Carly's brother had to go and take like a hose and like hose down the backyard because I threw up so much. So then after that, I had this deep guttural fear of drinking while being high. So yeah, that was humiliating. And now whenever I hear Three Little Birds by Bob Marley, I just get triggered. Which is so annoying because that's a beautiful song. That's an amazing song, but I can't. Whenever I listen to Three Little Birds, I'm back in that pool house on that beanbag, looking at that Grateful Dead tapestry, seeing my friend Carly's hot older brother in my face asking if I need water. It sucks. Ruined a really great song for me. Have you ever told someone that you loved them within the first month of dating? No. But there was this one time when I was stuck in this Limrance cycle. We were talking for like a few months and I wanted to tell him that I loved him. I wanted to so bad, but I didn't because that would have been crazy. But I really thought that I did. I didn't. But I was just stuck in Limrance. I loved the version that I created of them in my head. I built this person up to be this perfect person for me. And then as the months went on, I just kept getting disappointed. Then reality just kept creeping in and the Limrance would slowly crash and burn. And then I came to my senses and I'm like, oh my God, you suck. And also thinking back on our experiences together and like our conversations, like they weren't even good conversations or fun experiences. I was like, he just makes me feel so like, no girl. I think that I just naturally have fun whatever I'm doing. And so it's easy for me to get mixed up being like, oh my God, I feel so good. No girl, I was just having fun because I'm always having fun. They were just there. They weren't doing much. They weren't contributing much. So then I realized, oh my God, wait, I just love myself because I was the one starting the conversations. I was the one making myself laugh. Like, wait, he was just kind of there. And so I try to flip that back and be like, oh no, I love myself. I just have fun with whoever I'm talking to. They just happen to be there and I just happen to emotionally attach on them. And I was like, wait, he's like not funny. Oh wait, he like kind of puts me down. Oh, he like kind of makes fun of my job and like he makes fun of me in general. Like, wait, why is he making me feel bad? I like love myself. Like, it really took a lot for me to be like, wait, oh my God, he's just hot. He was just hot. But yeah, I've definitely had those moments where I'm like, I think I love him. I think this is my husband. No, girl, he told you that he liked 2 One Direction songs. That doesn't mean he's your husband. Like, what? Have you ever called someone daddy in bed? Yeah, but like as a joke. And if I forgot their name. Like that one guy I was telling you about. And usually I'm just joking around. Like I'm not seriously like, yes, Dad, you know? I also just like seeing how they respond. Like, are they gonna giggle and be like, what the fuck? Or are they gonna be like, oh yeah, she's into it. She's into that shit. Let me unleash. I am Daddy. It's like, okay, relax. I saw you stub your toe before we had sex and you almost cried. Like, reel it in. Have you ever had sex in the bathroom at a party? Oh my God, yes. I don't know if I've ever talked about this. Okay, so this was like a few years ago. I was talking to this guy and I really liked him. We had a really good thing going. It was so mutual and everything was going so smooth. And I was kind of freaking out because Valentine's Day was coming up. But in my head, I was like, no, he is gonna do something for me. Like, of course he's gonna do, he likes me. So I woke up on Valentine's Day. I checked my phone. I'm like, what did he say? Nothing. No text. And we were talking like the day before. No text. And I was like, okay, well, it is kind of early. It was like 9 in the morning. I was like, oh, he'll text me later. And I was trying to distract myself all day. Every time my phone buzzed, I would like grab it. Just a Twitter notification. It buzzes again. I'm like, oh, it's just my best friend Ryan sending a picture of himself, asking if he looks hot, asking if he should post this on Instagram. Okay. Hours go by. No text. Nothing. At this point, it's like 5 p.m. and I feel disrespected. I kind of just knew. I'm like, this bitch isn't gonna say anything. He didn't even ask me out on a date, didn't text me, didn't call me, nothing. So I was like, whatever. I do my makeup and I do my hair and I look all cute. I posted like an Instagram story, a picture of me just like looking cute. And then an hour goes by and he liked the story. This bitch liked the story of me. That just pissed me off even more. He didn't follow up. He didn't respond to it. He didn't text me. He didn't call me after that. I was so bamboozled. I was like, oh my God, was everything a lie? Like, what the fuck is wrong with you? I was so mad. The next day, I was still in my feelings. Didn't get a text from him the next day. Didn't get a call from him. Like, just, he was silent. And me and Christelle, when we were living in our old apartment, we always would watch Bachelor in Paradise. And so we got on the couch, we're watching Bachelor in Paradise. Something that would bring me joy and something that would make me happy, I was just sitting there just in my head, just spiraling about that he didn't talk to me on Valentine's Day or even like follow up with anything the next day. Like, I was so pissed. And we were obsessed with this one guy on Bachelor in Paradise. And Christelle looks at me and she was like, should I just message, let's call him Julian, another J name. Let's call him Julian. Should I just DM Julian and should we just try to hang out with him? What the fuck? I was like, girl, he doesn't even live in LA. She goes to his Instagram, goes to his story. He was in LA. He was in LA. And I was like, oh my God, yeah, sure, DM him. I'm down bad so badly. Like, what? I have nothing to lose. Just DM him. She DMs him. And all she said was like, what's the move? Or something. Like, what's the move? We were not expecting a response. We were just kind of giggling. That made me feel a little bit better. She knew that I was down bad. She knew that I was just like, oh my God, I just need to get out of the house. I just need to do something crazy. She was trying to help me out. And so we just kept watching Bachelor in Paradise, whatever. Her phone lights up and it's Julian. And he was like, yo, me and the boys are meeting at this bar in an hour. Oh, we jumped up off the couch. We paused Bachelor in Paradise. We were like halfway through the episode. We paused it. We were like, we need to be ready in 45 minutes. On your mark, get set, go. And then we both run to our rooms. We both do our makeup so fast. We put on an outfit so fast. I have never gotten ready that fast in my entire life. And because we were in Bachelor Nation, like, we just loved the franchise, we were like, are we seriously about to go hang out with Julian from The Bachelor? Like, this is fantastic. I was like, this is exactly what I need right now. Julian from The Bachelor will pull me out of this funk. I don't care if anything happens, he will pull me out of this funk. And so we get in an Uber, we go to this bar, we walk in, and it's Julian and his group of friends. Me and Christelle walk up to the group, and all the boys were just kind of like, who the fuck are these hoes? Like, who are these bitches? Because we went up to Julian and we are like, hey. She was like, hey, like, I'm Christelle, this is Sarah. And Julian was like, oh, hey. But all of his homeboys, he was with like 4 other dudes. And they were just like, whoa, Julian, you know these girls? And they're like, girls, like, back up. Like, they were being his security guard, acting like Julian was Justin Bieber or some shit. Like, okay, brothers, your friend Julian was on Bachelor in Paradise for one. Like, relax. And there's barely anybody here. Like, it was such like a chill bar. And also, Julian invited us to meet up with them. And I guess Julian didn't tell his friends, so his friends were just being so extra. Julian was pretty lit when we met up with them. He was really hard to talk to. Like, he was slurring his words. He was kind of sitting down at the booth, and he was just kind of like rocking back and forth to the music. Like, he wasn't there. And it was really loud in there because there was a DJ and shit. So I could tell that he was not feeling good. And so we were like, okay, well, what the fuck, we're here. We were like dancing and stuff, and we were like bringing the vibes. And so his friends were like, okay, these girls are kind of cool. So we were all just kind of dancing at this booth or whatever. Julian's friend, let's call him Devin. I was talking to Devin because Devin just thought I was so funny. Like, everything that I said, he was just like dying. I wasn't even saying anything that funny. I think just the way that I talk, I have no idea, because I literally was just speaking like how I'm speaking right now, and he would just die laughing. And I was like, I like him. He gets me. So I was just kind of like hanging out with him, and he was cool, but he wasn't really my type, but like I liked his energy. We were feeding off of each other, and so we were just talking, and it was pretty platonic. And then Julian leans over to his friend, and he was like, yo, I need to go home. Like, I feel sick. Like, I'm way too drunk. And so his friend was like, oh shit. And so then he told all the boys, like, okay, we gotta get Julian home. But then the boys were like, we want to keep hanging out with these girls. And me and Chriselle were like, what? They were like, yo, we have an Airbnb. Do you want to like come back to the Airbnb with us? You know, we usually wouldn't do this because we didn't know them, but they were innocent. They were fun. They were nice. We knew Julian from The Bachelor. It was chill. Like, they were harmless. So we were like, yeah, let's keep this party going. And then we get to the Airbnb, and we're all just hanging out in the living room. Christelle and like the three dudes were sitting at the dining room table playing a card game, and me and Devin were sitting on the couch, and we were just giggling. We could not stop giggling. We were just having so much fun. But like I said, like, I wasn't really attracted to him. It was just like a good friend vibe. But then as the night went on, I was starting to look at him, and I was like, wait. I was starting to think about everything that happened yesterday with the guy that I was talking to not reaching out on Valentine's Day, just completely blowing me off. And I was kind of just like, you know what? And I looked at Devin, and I was like, starting to flirt with him now. I think that made him be like, okay, she's flirting with me now. So then he started flirting with me, and then we were just like flirting with each other now. And we were getting pretty deep. And I started to have like a deep conversation with this guy, but like we were flirting too. And then it got to a point where like we were looking at each other in silence. And I was like, should we like have sex? And then he was like, I mean, yeah, like, do you want to? And I was like, yeah, you know what, fuck it, I do want to. He was like, yeah, okay. And Julian was passed out in his room, in his bed. Like, he wasn't even hanging out in the living. Like, Julian was so fucked up. Like, he was gone. Like, the minute that we got to the Airbnb, he just went straight to bed. Like, he was not okay. There were 2 rooms. So Julian was sleeping there. And then this other guy who was playing card games with Chriselle. Chriselle was playing card games with like 3 dudes. 2 of them were also on The Bachelor. It was so funny. I like could not believe my eyes. But the other room belonged to one of the other dudes, and then the rest of the guys were staying somewhere else. So Devin was like, oh, we can't really go into the other room either because that's homie's room. And I was like, that's okay. Let's just go to the bathroom. And he was like, oh shit. Okay. Like, I was determined. I wanted it bad. I was like, let's fucking go. We go to the bathroom. We start making out. I turned the bathroom lights off, and it's not like it was complete darkness. Like, there was like a little light in the corner, like it wasn't pitch black. Also, I'm an ambiance person. Like, the big ass bathroom light in there, it just wasn't the vibe. So we were making out and stuff. He was so respectful. He was like, are you sure you want to? And I was like, yes, I'm giving you my verbal consent. Like, yes, I wanted to, right? We start doing the damn thing. It was pretty dark in the bathroom. We couldn't see in the mirror. While it was happening, I thought it would be cool to like flip the lights on and off so we could see each other for a second and then not, and then see each other for a second and then not. I thought it was kind of like hot. Not like a strobe light thing where it was like insane, but I would just kind of like, you know. I thought that was like a hot, good idea. I've done it before, but I did it that time. And when I flipped the lights on, I visually saw like what was happening. And I was just looking in the mirror, and I was like, this isn't the person that I want to be doing this with. This isn't who I want to be doing this with right now. I wish that I was doing this with the guy that I'm talking to that completely ignored me on Valentine. I wish it was him, but it's not him. And just like looking in the mirror and seeing what reality was, I got so emotional. I like stopped and we stopped. I like looked at him and I was like, can we stop? And he was like, oh my God, yes. Like, are you okay? Like, I'm so sorry. And I started sobbing. I started sobbing, and this man was so sweet. He was holding me in his arms on the bathroom floor. I'm not joking. Like, I was literally cuddling up to him like this, and he was sitting against like the bathroom cabinet, and he's holding me while I'm sobbing into him. Also, we put our clothes back on, so we were fully clothed, by the way. Like, we weren't on the bathroom floor naked. And I basically was just explaining how I thought that this would make me feel better because the guy that I'm talking to just disrespected me yesterday, and how having sex with Devin isn't really what I wanted. It's what I thought that I wanted because I thought it would make me feel better, but it just reminded me, you know, I was just sobbing to this man, and he was so nice. Like, he was like, I understand. He's like rubbing my back and like holding on to me, and he was just saying the sweetest words to me, just being like, you deserve the best, like fuck that guy, just really hyping me up. And it was so wholesome and just so sweet. Like, he did not make me feel bad at all. Like, I'm not even joking. We had sex for maybe 25 to 30 seconds before I was like, oh wait, actually this isn't what I want at all. But he was so understanding and caring. Also, isn't it crazy that I was flabbergasted that he was so nice to me in that moment, when that's literally the bare minimum? That's like what he's supposed to be doing, but in my head I was like, oh my God, he's being so nice. And also, this should be a lesson to everybody. You're allowed to change your mind in the moment. If you realize that you don't want to be having sex or doing something with someone, you're allowed to stop. And you're allowed to change your mind. You don't have to go through with it if you don't want to. And don't feel bad about it. Don't feel bad about changing your mind. And if someone makes you feel bad about it or is being an asshole, like, fuck them. Get the fuck away from them. Me and him were in the bathroom for so long. I just hear a knock at the door, and it's Christelle, because she was like, oh my God, she's been in there for so long. Like, she knew that me and him were going in there to have sex, but it was taking forever, and then she started to like hear crying, so she obviously knocked on the door. She came in, and then I was like, Christelle, I think I just need to go home. And then she was like, yeah, girl, okay, yeah, let's go home. So she called an Uber. We get in the Uber, and I'm crying the whole way home. And I was like, what? Why the fuck did I do that? And she was like, it's okay. It's okay. And then the next morning, I just remember waking up being like, I felt so embarrassed. I felt so embarrassed. That I was like talking up a big game, like acting all sexy and being like, oh yeah, let's go fuck in the bathroom right now. And then we fuck for 20 seconds, and then I'm sobbing in this random guy's arms for 45 minutes. But like I said, you shouldn't feel embarrassed or feel bad about it. This was also years ago when I gave a fuck about what men thought of me. I don't anymore. But I had no reason to be embarrassed. My anxiety was so bad. And then I grabbed my phone and I opened my phone. And Devin, the guy who was holding me all night, he sent me the sweetest text ever. It was like this really long paragraph. They don't live in LA. They were just visiting for the weekend, so they were leaving that day anyway. He sent me the sweetest message, just like validating my feelings, and that he was really proud of me for like stopping when we did and for realizing that that wasn't what I wanted. Like, he was like, it was so nice. He was like, nonetheless, I had such an amazing time with you and Christelle. Like, you girls were so much fun. What a great way to spend the last day in LA. Like, all this stuff. Oh my God. He has no idea how much that meant to me. And then I sent him like this really long text back, just being like, you're a real one, dude. Like, just thank you for being kind. You know, he could have been such an asshole. He could have like kicked us out. He could have just been the worst. because I didn't want to have sex with him. Like, he could have just been the worst, but he was so great. Again, me being astonished that a man was normal. The bar is in hell, ladies. And I realized that that could have gone a completely different way, which could have been horrible and traumatizing. So I'm really grateful that he was normal. So yes, I've had sex in the bathroom at a party. Jesus Christ. Okay, I'm gonna end the video because I just talked for so much. I'm gonna end the video doing like a few little dares. I feel like this will be fun. Okay, the first dare is text your grandma asking if she's seen your bottle of lube anywhere. So all my grandparents are dead, but I will text Barb. I feel like that would be so funny. I just want to see Barb's reaction. I'm using my phone to film, so I'm gonna text her from my laptop. She's gonna be like, sweetie, what? Hi, have you seen my bottle of lube anywhere? Oh my god, I just sent it. I'm scared. Oh my god, she just responded. She said makeup remover. No, lube. Makeup remover? Oh my god, she's typing. For your dry eyes. She's thinking I mean like my eye lube, because I do have eye lube. What is lube for your car? Oh, she's so funny. I'm just gonna say it, my sex lube. Oh my god, she's typing. She's been typing for like a minute. I'm so scared. Are you aware that you're talking to Sarah's mom? Please ask Sarah to call her mom. Thanks. Who does she think that she's talking to? What? LOL. It was for my YouTube video. It was a prank. Wow, she's pissed. She's pissed. Thought the boys took your phone. Love you. Okay. Okay, we're gonna end out the video with the last dare. Call someone to try to make a reservation for brunch at McDonald's tomorrow. Okay, I'm gonna call this guy. I'm gonna film it on my laptop because I need my phone to call him, so it's gonna switch. Please answer. Hello?
Hey.
Hey.
What's up?
Do you wanna have like a little McDonald's brunch date tomorrow before the party?
I'm down. What time?
Really?
Sure.
Really?
Yeah. I don't
Aw.
have plans tomorrow. I was just gonna sleep over at Pasadena.
Do you want me to make a reservation?
At McDonald's?
Yeah.
You make a reservation at McDonald's?
Yeah.
So you just show up and order?
No, you can make a reservation. It's always it's really busy on Saturdays, so you can make reservations, especially during brunch.
Okay. I mean, sure. Like, what time are you thinking? Are you done filming?
Oh, I'm just kidding. It's for my video. You're being recorded.
Oh. Okay.
Sorry.
Like McDonald's does brunch? Like, what? I mean, I'm down.
No, that was really sweet.
Okay. So you don't want to hang out?
No, I do. But we don't have to go to McDonald's for brunch. I'll just call you tomorrow.
Okay, what time?
I don't know, like 6?
6 a.m.?
No, what?
6 p.m. is not brunch, Sarah.
I know. I was kidding about the brunch thing. We don't have to do that. I'll probably be sleeping because I'm going to be editing.
Okay.
I'm sorry to get your hopes up about brunch.
You know I love McDonald's. Breakfast, specifically. Fuck McDonald's, but their breakfast slaps.
Like, you were way too hyped about that.
Yeah, give me a fucking McGriddle. Like, I'm down.
Okay. Alright, I'll talk to you tomorrow.
Alright, bye.
Bye. Oh, that was sweet. Love him. All right, y'all. I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. If you liked it, give it a thumbs up and subscribe for new videos every Sunday. While you're watching this, I'm probably hungover in bed after the house party, so just pray for me because while you're watching this, I'm probably dying. So just send me a little prayer. I'm probably not doing well. But maybe in my next video, I'll talk about how the party went. Just give you guys an update because I'm really nervous. We've never had a house party here with so many people before, so hopefully that goes well. But thanks for watching, y'all. I'll see you guys next week. Bye!